You want me to start?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely go
She
first.
talks a lot, so I guess let me get mine in real quick.
And today we have Matt and Brookielynn Calloway. And we're going to meet this power couple that's here in Frisco that most people probably don't know about, but we're going to reveal them today.
Well, you know, we lived in Frisco 10 years. I was an airline pilot and I transitioned into the real estate world in about 2011. And so my business, I'm passionate about downtown Frisco. I always knew this area would be something special as Frisco just keeps growing and growing. I knew that people would eventually go back downtown and say, hey, this is, you know, the heart of Frisco and we want to see this area turn into something special.
I was a teacher in Frisco ISD for about 11 years. I resigned in 2013 because my business started growing that I was kind of doing on the side, and that's Brookielynn's Bungalow. The name of my business comes from the sign on my treehouse when I was little. My name's Brookielynn, but my dad called me Brookielynn, and he made the sign, and when my parents moved, when I went off to college, I took that sign off my treehouse, and it's just followed me to every classroom and dorm. And it started out refinishing furniture and things like that, but it quickly developed into something much more than that because I realized that I couldn't scale my business and finish furniture in the garage. So I started creating wooden workshop kits for my paint parties that would keep people coming back month after month. And from that, 5 years later, I have 5 or 6 workshops. Probably, you know, about 3 workshops a week, maybe 10 to 12 a month. And then I also teach virtual paint parties online.
So I also saw something else online about you, a bus, a 1956 school bus.
He had the property behind the Double Dip listed for sale. And when it sold, the owner, sweet man named Roy, could not take the bus with him. And so his wife Alice kept saying, give that bus to Brookielynn, Roy, you don't need it.
Well, no, I made the mistake and showed it to her. And one thing about us,
And
we
she
love
said craft project.
Oh yeah, well we love vintage things, old things,
Yes.
but vintage, right?
Yes.
So she drives a VW bus, and I've got an old Triumph, and so we live in an old house. And so I was like, I know I'm going to show her this bus, and she's going to fall in love with it.
Yeah.
And it's a '56 Chevy bus, and her dream was to renovate it and put it
in our backyard.
What are y'all's plans for growth this year, next year? Like, what are the big projects on the horizon for the two of you?
The big projects for me is obviously the school bus. The renovation's about to start. And just growing my workshop business because that's how I've gotten to know so many people. And over the years, people, you know, repeat customers to the workshops, and they're my friends. I see, you know, kids that I taught, their parents. I see the teachers that I taught. Now I teach all these crafty, fun women all over the community, and I want to be able to grow that because online people say, they always reach out to me before workshops and says, oh my gosh, or they'll say, oh my gosh, I wish I lived closer. So I had to take it online.
Great. So, Matt, projects?
Oh, so many things.
Besides.
Yeah, well, you know, my passion's always been, you know, the last 5 years I've just been knee deep in real estate in downtown Frisco, and there's been a lot of work in the trenches, slowly working with merchants moving to downtown over the years, and then now we have multiple projects with a developer like Donnie. So I'm going to grow my real estate business. I have big plans to do that this year. You know, work with him on several projects we have going on now. I think, you know, in the coming months we'll be able to turn dirt on 1 or 2 of those. And I love watching my wife grow her business. I mean, her business has so many angles, and women just love her. And so part of me is I love just watching her be successful. She was able to quit her teaching job to do what she loves, and so whatever I can to support her as well. So